Good morning. Sam Owens here with another live streaming YouTube video about the Polaris Slingshot. The previous 4 episodes have been covering the owner's manual, and you've seen a lot of the owner's manual, and I've read a lot. This time we're going to go live at the subject. This is snazzy. So here's a toast to you. Let's begin the program. Okay, a lot of folks, the first time they see a Polaris Slingshot, you see the front view like you're going to the dealers. That's the view you get. That's the view I got when I first saw the Slingshot. Man, was I impressed. And you start going over, and finally you work your way to the back of the Slingshot. And you find it's an open tire, and it just gives you the feeling right away as this is unfinished. It looks like they really did a grand job, and then all of a sudden you have no fender, you just have an open wheel. And my first impression was I didn't quite like that. So most owners, when they're introducing the Slingshot, they always are at the front, showing you, opening the hood. Rarely do you go around to the back. Well, I go to the back because I've made the back of the Slingshot look a little better. Added a fender. Now, let me tilt the camera a little bit. I'm a one-man show here, so I have to do everything. And we're going to tilt down and show you what we've got. This is a stealth fender made by Paramount Plastics. It's sold in a lot of the aftermarket Slingshot vendors' stores. And it comes with several parts. This little scoop here, or a little fin, gives the reflectors a little added touch. You get the basic fender, and then you get a light bar here and a splash guard. Those are all separate items. You get the base fender. You don't get this, that, or that. So you're looking at adding up to probably close to $500 or more, somewhere in that neighborhood. But let me tell you, do you think it really dresses the back end up so you don't mind going around and talking about the back? It also keeps the back end much cleaner from mud and stuff, the road trash that splashes up on the back. So you got a cleaning nightmare on an open tire, plus it's slinging a rooster tail about 20 feet in the air as you're going down the road on a wet road. So the fender is maybe one of the first things you might want to look at as a new owner in investing. I have a 4-part video installation procedure on my playlist on slingshotforums.com, and you'll find that you'll be able to do the installation yourself. And it's also on my YouTube channel, so there you go. Now, the next thing that you may want to start looking at, here's another little feature that I added. The little nut doesn't look too attractive. These are lugged nut covers for a semi. And I have a procedure that I show you how to make that and attach it, of course, on YouTube. And it'll be in a playlist of how to. Here's another thing that I came up with for keeping your gas cap from getting lost. Let's go back up to a higher view. right here, your gas cap. When you go to fuel up, you're going to unscrew this thing. And a lot of times the guys will just put them on there or put them over here or what have you. You get to talking to people at the gas station and you completely forget about it, and you're going to lose probably about a $40 cap. Some people have lost them more than one time. What I did, I just happened to have white. This is Velcro, and the mating surface, I put a little in this corner, a strip. And so when I take the cap off, I simply stick it right up there. And one time I forgot it, and when I got home, it was still there. So that's the thing you might want to invest in. Of course, I have a video on this. I mean, I have a video on just about everything. And I'm building video all the time. Now, here's another thing that as a new owner, you're going to want to go for rides and capture the ride in groups and what have you. I've got camera mounts. Now, this is a RAM camera mount that I've adapted. Here's my GoPro. And I have a swivel base on there. And I clamped it there so that I can watch the right side. I actually can Bluetooth this into my iPad, which in a later, I might even show a little bit now, but not all the details. I'm able to view what I see on this camera on my dash on my iPad, and I'll show you how I place that in there. And my passenger can swing this baby around either this way, and I didn't have it set up for that. So I can just unplug this right now. That's an auxiliary power supply right there. And I can video behind me for the Slingshot line that's coming up in the back. So very versatile location, and you can get both passenger and driver video. We also, these are stick-on GoPro mounts, and you can mount one right up there, and it gives you a nice view of what's happening up there, and it's real stable. This is a stable mount right here. You want to keep it, that's one of the biggest problems, is not having a stable mount. Your video is going to bounce around, or your photos are going to be blurry. Also have one over here just in case I want to have it from this view. I have a dash cam that I mount right on the front edge of this fin, and what I did is I adapted the GoPro base and a special frame to mount a dash cam. If you notice, dash cams are designed to stick on windshields, and so you have to come up with a different way of doing it. And so I have video on how to make this little support for your dash cam and mount it using a GoPro mount system. Okay, now that's pretty much the back end of the Slingshot. Oh, this is a place that I call my billboard area, and I put my YouTube channel on there so that as I'm driving, people can see the vehicle and figure, hey, he's got to have some video of that Slingshot. So I get a lot of hits from that. You may have a similar thing that you want to put. It's a good place to do it. All right, now we are going to move to the cockpit of the Slingshot. Okay, so let's go around there. First, I've got to move my computer around there so I can view what's happening. Okay. Sorry, folks. We got a one-man show here, so bear with me. Okay. Okay, what you're gonna see is something here that I want to show you. It's right back in here. Let's see. Okay, you can see it. Right here is something that I came up with. The seat back release is way back down under here, and it's hard to find. That's one of the first things you're going to find is it's hard to reach over. Plus, you got to get down like this. Well, I rigged me up a remote seat back release, and this is what it looks like. It's a tie wrap with a little bracket to hold it there. It secures around the seat release, and when I pull, it pulls it up. Of course, I've got a video on that. And let's see the things I wanted to show you, and you can see you can put it back in place quick. Okay, so you notice one other thing, this yellow fuzzy thing. You want to get at some point, and let me show you the use of this. It's a cleaning tool. Let's see, we don't need this light anymore. Okay, there you go. All right, what you do is, this is a Swiffer, and it's great for cleaning the dust and keeping it dust free. After you ride and you sit around, dust will collect everywhere, and this is a nice way of getting that dust off. You can do the whole thing. When you get ready to do the tires, you can maintain your tires. I have a video, obviously, that covers all of this, so I'm not going to go any further into it. Watch my videos and look through them, and you'll find something that will be of interest. Another thing that you're going to want to do is have a toolkit. Now, I put it in plastic because you're going to get caught in the rain sometime. And I'm going to show you this one toolkit, along with some zip ties, a pair of pliers, and a toolkit. This is a toolkit, and I have some information online about it right here. And I forget the name of it, but I will put it on the slingshotforums.com website, and you'll be able to get one. It's got all of the necessary torque bolts that you or torque bits that you need to fit the Slingshot. So it's a handy deal. Have screwdrivers and Allens, everything. So it's great. It's small. It's compact. So I would say you want to get either this or something similar. Find out the tools that you would need to help you on the road, and that'll be good. Storage compartment. The Slingshot has two good-sized storage compartments behind the driver's seat and the passenger seat. They're both the same. They hold two helmets. They hold a whole bunch of stuff. We've even put a small pizza in there. And but as far as traveling, some people put luggage racks on the back of the roll bars. and they can carry additional stuff. Some people will put racks. There's all types of stuff out there on the market now to have additional storage areas. Here's another thing that I found difficult is the seat belt. The seat belts, when you don't have this tension reducer, this goes all the way up tight, and you have to reach way back to get the buckle. The buckle will be sitting about like that. So what I did is I made my own tension reducer or restrictor to adjust the belt where I have just a slight little bit of play. And then that allows you to hang the belts up there, so it makes it real easy to get your seat belt on. This is simply a chrome boat cleat. You could use anything, any kind of hook. I had these items, so I put it on there and it works great. Okay, that's there. And also, you don't want to hit the side of this finish over there with the belt dropping. All right, we're going to move around. Now, there's a couple of other items I'm going to show you that a slingshot you're going to want to invest in. This right here. This is the 2.0 audio shade made by Paramount Plastic, sold in all the vendors. It's wider, so it covers more or shades more of the screen there, and you'll be able to see a little better. GPS. Now, I have a Garmin right here, and the Garmin, I made a shade cover, a GPS cover, and I also have a video that will show you how to build your own cover, and you can actually tilt this a little bit as you need to block the sun's glare, and it works really well. And it's in a location that's low, and I can see it very easily from the driver's position. And it's mounted with a, this mount is a magic arm. Let me just give you another view of that magic arm. Yeah, I think you can see it right there. And I've got it clamped right above the VIN label and bent. You want this angle close as you can get. You don't want it sticking way out or it'll sit there and vibrate. So that's good. My power comes in through here and goes over to the glove box. And in there is a power outlet. So when I turn the engine on, this gets power at that point and fires up, and I'm ready to go on traveling with GPS. Okay, we're moving right along, and now I want to show you the cockpit from another angle, sitting in it. Oh, actually, I'm going to show you one thing that for people that have never gotten into a slingshot, let's see, right there is a good shot. There's a way you have to do it. And for one thing, there is a steering wheel a tilt. So it will go up to a highest position. The seat release is right under the front, so you can slide it back. But if it's adjusted forward like I have, you actually have to pull the seat up a little bit to be able to get it back. So when you go to the showroom to check out that slingshot for the first time, keep that in mind, because if it's all the way back like that, you're only going to be able to move it just a little bit. you're a tall person, you're going to need it all the way back. So show the salesman you know just exactly what you're doing. Click it that way, then go all the way back, and then you can adjust the seat a little further back. So there you go. This is the way you get into it. The best way I've found, and if you're real, I mean, you got a pretty big guy, you may have to tilt this thing up as far as it'll go. I don't really need it, so I'm going to lock it back down. It's underneath here. All right. First, you put one foot in. Then I reach over and grab the handle and corkscrew myself in. And then I grab my foot. You don't want to mess up this area right here. If you don't pick your foot up or put something across here, this is going to take a beating. So that's why I still hit it. So those are issues that you want to guard against. So again, like that, then you're ready to drive. You can adjust the tilt if you need. Now, to get out of the slingshot, you just do this. It is tough. All right, now I put my hand over here on the e-brake. Then I twist and rotate my body out. La la. And I still hit it. So those are things you're going to practice with. And when you go there, you're going to look like you know what you're doing. Okay. We're out of time right now. I'll see you, let's see, tomorrow, 9 a.m. And we're going to cover more features of the Polaris Slingshot. See you.